everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk about something I don't usually talk about. Formula 1, or F1, if you're more familiar with that term. The season is due to start in March, or so we thought, because apparently a few races have been cancelled and pushed back, so it looks as if we're going to be having a late start again, like we did last year, but hopefully it will not be as late as last year's was, as that was July, which meant it ended in December, literally about 2-3 weeks ago now. So, looks as if we're going to be having another late start and probably another late finish, although I don't know how much by, but yeah. And there's going to be a few massive driver change-ups this year, like there's a whole team being changed, being Racing Point into Aston Martin, which is retaining one of its old drivers but gaining a new one, with Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel from Ferrari, who kind of screwed them over a little bit. And most of the other teams are staying the same, except for Haas, who is actually getting, I think, a whole new lineup. I think. All I know is that one of the drivers is Nikita Mazepin, who isn't the best person, let's say. Yikes. I really don't know why they're still keeping him in his seat. They should have fired him, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions. But apart from that, most of the other teams are staying the same. I mean, except for McLaren, who's swapping out Carlos Sainz for Daniel Ricciardo, and Carlos Sainz is going to Ferrari, replacing Sebastian Vettel, with Charles Leclerc as his teammate. In fact, I think the only team who isn't changing at all is Mercedes, with their winning formula of Sir Lewis Hamilton, God, that feels good to say, and Valtteri Bottas. Other than that, every other team is changing in some way, shape or form, either getting a whole new lineup or just changing one driver from the lineup. So, Williams is staying the same too, with Nicholas Latifi and George Russell lining their team up, which did pretty well last year, especially when, unfortunately, Sir Lewis Hamilton got COVID and George Russell had to take over for him in Mercedes, which meant he nearly won that race, except for one massive mess-up by the Mercedes pit team. I screamed at the telly when that happened. I was not happy. I was fuming. I thought, this is Lewis Hamilton's pit team. This is his pit crew. How did they make this mistake? I was fuming. Because he led for literally every lap but 10 of that race. All but 10 laps, he led, and then that mistake happened, and then he went down to 9th or 8th. All I know is the Mercedes team dropped to 8th and 9th by the end of the race, and for most of the race they were 1-2 in it, as they usually do, because Mercedes is the best team in the entire sport right now, and will probably be for a very long time. Except for the fact that McLaren is now returning to Mercedes engines, as for the last few years they've been going for, I believe they've been going for Renault power, I think. But now, from this season, they're returning back to Mercedes power, which is rather strange, as I think they changed to Renault power not long after Lewis Hamilton left in 2012. I think it was a couple of seasons later on, but yeah, so they're returning back to Mercedes power, which hopefully, for them, might give them a little bit of a boost on the track, because it seems that Mercedes engines are really, really, really powerful engines. In fact, every single championship for the last 6 years has won by a Mercedes driver. 2013 Lewis, and 2014 Nico Rosberg, then Lewis Hamilton every championship since. Yeah, he's doing really good. In fact, if Lewis Hamilton wins this year's championship, he will have outdone every single one of Michael Schumacher's every single one of Michael Schumacher's records. As last year, he won the most races in F1 history, won the most pole positions. What was the other one? I don't remember what the other one was, but oh yeah, and I think it was completed the most races as well. So he has literally just got one more record of Michael Schumacher's to beat, and then he will officially be the best driver in Formula 1 history. And considering his track record over the last few years, it's probably going to be a walk in the park for him to get his 8th World Championship, as he is currently equaling Michael Schumacher's record for World Championships. So hopefully, for Sir Lewis Hamilton, he'll do it. But only time will tell. So, that's going to do it for this rather unexpected video, guys. As always, everyone, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and Roxanne's, link in the description to her channel, comment, because why not? Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and Roxanne's blog and Twitter. Links are also in the description. To get to that, down arrow by the video title should be right there or something. And don't forget to share this video with all your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.